I use my medicines that I have been written prescriptions for from my doctor. I use those. I follow the directions explicitly. I don't abuse that either. I don't tell anybody, just use marijuana and this will take care of all your ills. I will never say that to anyone. It's like any other drug in my mind. It's not for everybody.
It's mainly for your eyes.
And I only use it for that because I'm in pain right now. But it's not enough for me to. Okay, so, and I'm not going to do it. I don't abuse it. It's not that way for me. Neither is any of the other medicines that I take. And I don't invite people over to my house when I have to take that shot every other day. I have to take. I don't have a party with my medicines. And I don't see that I have a party with the medical use. I didn't even want anybody to know that I did it. I truly didn't, because it is so bad. I didn't want anybody to know, but I spoke up because it works. It worked for me. I can't say it would do that for everybody. I cannot, and I will not. And I don't even suggest everybody just say, well, I got a headache today, I'm going to try. I don't suggest that. That's not what I would ever say to anybody. And I am so against drug abuse. I mean, I stood in places padlocking doors, and I still have that same idea. I have a son, he's grown now. I have grandchildren. I do not approve of drug abuse at all. But drug use, I am for. And whatever it is, if it works, you should be able to have the opportunity to use it without being demonized or looked at as a criminal, because you're not. You're sick. And when you're sick, you'll do anything just to get better. People will do anything, and they shouldn't feel bad, and they do. People shouldn't look down on them, but people do. And it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. We are people. Nobody was born saying, I can't wait to get sick. And I can't wait to get. Nobody does that. Drug addicts don't do that. They didn't want to be a drug addict. It happens. It happens everywhere, all the time. But I do think that the use of positive use, there's nothing wrong with it. And I speak up on it every time.
It's a lot of courage, thanks.
It doesn't take courage. It takes pain. Prescription.
Well, I want to say that I'm a criminologist. I have a degree in criminology and a felony on my record for growing my own medicine. And I'm sick of being sick.
And what is your ailment?
I have had multiple sclerosis for 27 years. And I am the first MS patient in the state of Michigan ever tested with government-issued marijuana. And cannabidiol is exclusively what I've used since 1985. Of course, the only place in the world cannabidiol is found is in the cannabis plant. And the only way to chemically release it from the cannabis plant is to heat the plant material. And the most efficient, effective means of administration just happens to be through inhalation.
Why is that? So you can control how much you take in?
Yes.
Okay. So unlike the Marinol THC pill, where it's one dose.
I'm on Marinol
As well.
because I'm on probation. And they had to figure a way to get out of it.
Yeah.
You tried sativa?
Huh?
You tried sativa?
It's not legal.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering if they were doing any trials yet.
Not yet.
No.
We're starting trials very soon. But that's only going to be for adjunct medicine for pain due to cancer.
I know the FDA wouldn't approve the vaporizer, but they kept trying to use it. But they don't want to know if it works.
No, they don't want to know. That's
So how's the Marinol working out for you?
I take it when I go to sleep at night, but other than that, I don't really take it because I smoke the marijuana. Because the only place in the world cannabidiol, which is the in particular cannabinoid that I need for my body. The only place in the world that it's found is in the cannabis plant. And the only way to chemically release it is to heat the plant material. And the most efficient, effective means of administration just happens to be through inhalation. It ain't my fault, it's just the facts. Got this information from one of 5 research doctors in the world to study the effects of cannabinoids on the human system. He was my expert witness in Washington, D.C., where I fired up a fatty in Representative McCollum's office the day he was introducing anti-medical marijuana legislation.
Anything happened with that?
I got arrested and ultimately convicted and sentenced to 50 hours of community service time and $50 costs and fees, and if that's all it was going to cost me, I'd do it again, damn it.
Right on.
Nothing personal, but
Right.
it's all personal.
So what would you like people to know, Renee, about medical marijuana?
I would like them to know that it is okay. I have yet to find a more comfortable position than appropriately medicated.
Like you going 20 an hour.
And I feel everybody should be appropriately medicated, whatever their ailment is.
You're gonna run into that exit.
Right on.
And I'm not a criminal. I'm a criminologist, darn
Right
it.
off the, right off the edge.
Fantastic. Thanks, Renee.
It's quite all right anytime.